Hi, I'm Chuck Gregory. I'm at Moon Lake in the town of Theresa. We live on the Wicks Drive, and we've had multiple problems with the state troopers that live here. They moved in the year 2010. They put a fence in to our road. It's caused major safety problems. It's in the road itself, and that's causing a lot of issues that we have. We're trying to get it solved legally. So far, to no avail. We have roughly 37 families that live here in the camping area. Before that issue started, there was multiple issues before that. Their dogs had bitten a couple of people. We're trying to get that solved legally. So far, to no avail. Uh, Before that, they blocked the road with snow piles. They refused to move them. We had to go to their boss, state troopers in Alex Bay. His boss finally got it solved. We're trying in every avenue. So far, they have been stubborn about the whole issue, and now they've got a fence into our road, which is a very big safety issue. It's electric. We have kids running up and down the road. The family with the golf carts that run up and down the road. And now it's an even bigger issue because if a car breaks down, it's roughly 100 yards, maybe 200 yards long. And if a vehicle breaks down in that, we cannot get an ambulance in here. We cannot get a fire truck in here. Our camps could be totally dissolved. So we're trying to get this fixed as soon as possible.
Right in here where it's technically in the road. Let's come up to the next one. There's nothing over here to verify where the center line is. Well, okay. And they told us the road's in the wrong place. We gotta move it. Oh, okay. And look at how they started a second fence. They say for what? Don't know. Can't figure that one out. There's one there that does have the sign still. Why would they have their posted signs that far off the property line?
Good morning. I'm Rodney. Call me Rod Trask. I'm a past codes officer and assessor from some communities down in Oswego County. Today I'm talking with you about this surveyor's map that was generated during the year 2010, I believe January something, for the sale between Cliff Smith and his wife to Brian Albro et al. In it, it shows a 40-foot easement of right-of-way that was created many years back by Moon Lake Land Corporation to better legally describe the area where Dogwood Drive is placed. Dogwood Drive is an entity that has been here since the late 50s when the first campers came in and bought land from the Wicks family on the Wicks farm and were given this easement of right-of-way. In it, as you can see, it does describe the fact of it is a 40-foot easement of right-of-way. It does describe that the Albros own to the center line of the 40-foot easement of right-of-way off the easterly side of said right-of-way. Also in this, it shows that Dogwood Drive as a road actually lays in the easterly side of the center line, meaning the Dogwood Drive actually is totally on the Albro's property. It also shows up in here where Dogwood comes very, very close to, if not slightly over, the easement property line. The issue, I believe, stands that this road's never been moved. It's been here since the 50s. This property, which the Albros presently own, was created many years later, and so therefore these property lines, as so described legally, may not have taken into consideration accurately where the road was. Legally, Albros may have an ownership and a potential of right to place that fence where they're placing it. There is zoning law questions about whether there could and should be a setback. And there also is a legal and moral issue of restriction of ingress and egress to myself and anybody else who has this right of way for all the properties down in here on the Wicks Tract, Moon Lake. That at that point, legally and morally, a judge may decide you may have some sense of right to place that fence where you have placed it, but legally and morally, I'm going to tell you to move it. That's my position. I don't want to have to go to a judge. I'd like to think the troopers could, as good neighbors, decide to move the fence back so it's not a safety issue for us and our children.